Okay everybody, welcome back to part 2 of the RC Fugly build. Today I'm going to show you how we go about joining the rudder post and the elevator post to the rear of the fuselage. But before I do so, I'd like to just give a recap of the previous video, and just to show you how far and how rapidly we've managed to progress this build so far. So if we have a look first at the instructions, we have now completed stage 5 of the fuselage, which looks like this, and we are now moving on to stage 6, which is attaching the rudder post here, which is a piece of quarter balsa, and also the elevator post to the rear of the fuselage. What I like about these instructions are how clear they are to read. They always give like cautionary notes, what to be aware of. It shows you symbols here. That's a clamping symbol, shows you where to clamp when your glue's drying. What type of glue is required for that particular joint. This is showing a symbol with one bottle. If you go to the diagram key, it will show that means wood glue. Obviously, cautionary notes there, information instructions, the clamping symbol for using pins, the two bottles there showing epoxy glue, underneath that super glue, wood glue, and then masking tape. So it's all very clear, and it's all very good information for the novice builder. If this is your first time at building an RC model, I really must highly recommend Skipton Designs, as you know, they're so simple, all the kits accurately cut, and you really can't go wrong. So if we have a look at the fuselage, this is where we're up to now. As you can see, we've got the box section already assembled and glued up. That was in the previous stages, stage 5. And now we're moving down to the tail section, attaching that rudder post and the elevator post. I've already glued these together, and what I've actually used, instead of using normal wood glue for this joint down at the rear end, I've actually used 5-minute epoxy resin. The reason for that is I fancied a little more strength than's normally attainable with your wood glue. And also I wanted to sort of progress the build fairly fast, so this obviously will go off in 5 minutes, and that will allow me a little bit of time to align the parts to ensure that they're square, etc., and vertical. A little tip I'll give you, and this is what I always do, being that it's a bit cold in the workshop today, I always stand my epoxy resin in a bowl of warm water. This, makes the liquid, if you like, makes the glue more usable. It thins it out. It's not quite as thick and horrible as when it's really cold, and it also aids the speed of how it cures, how it dries. So that's what we're using today. Like I say, I've already glued this and got it clamped in position as so, but another tip here, and the secret of it, is to get this elevator, if I come around this way a bit, get this elevator post in square to the airframe. And to do that, obviously I've put it in with 5-minute epoxy. I get my tape measure to just check it, and the easiest way to do it is to come from a fixed point like there and take a measurement to the corner like that. It's a bit hard to show doing it one-handed, and then go over and do the same on the other side from the same point. So go from there and go to the point there, which is approximately 406 millimeters. That ensures that we're all nice and square. You can't really go far wrong with the vertical rudder post there, because that is located into 2 slots where those clamps are there in the fuselage, so you can't really go wrong there. The one thing I did do was to form a radius, obviously with a bit of emery paper, all the way round the leading edges of the posts on the rudder and elevator there. I did that previously because I thought it'd be easier to do rather than assemble it on the model and try to do, you know, in situ. So while that dries, I'm going to move on to the next stage, which is laminating these parts together. These are all burnouts, which are all exactly the same size. I've got to glue these together into one block like so, and this will form the top part of the fuselage. Will be glued onto this area. Once it's glued on, then we can sand it round and to give the shape of the nose. So that's the next step. So that's about it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you do like the videos and you wish to continue watching them, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future.